From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good afternoon, and it is a nice afternoon out there, I'll tell you that much. Still have a few areas of patchy, breezy conditions, but besides that, we're not doing too shabby, not by any stretch of the imagination, especially along the coast and the valley where we're kind of holding steady near 60 across the area, but we're all clear. We have nothing going on, not much in the way of cloud cover across the area, and I think we hold this pattern for the next several hours, to be honest with you, at least for today and tomorrow and the next day, right? You kind of see what I'm getting at, right? We have nice weather to look forward to, not a lot to talk about in terms of the shear conditions as a whole. There's no precipitation for today, tomorrow, or Monday, and I think we hold that into the beginning and middle portions of the week as well. Of course, you might remember this morning and the other day when Mike was talking about the possibility of precipitation later in the week, but even that is starting to back off just a little bit if you ask me. Let's take a look at the big picture forecast. You see what I'm talking about. Holding steady, holding dry with a few patchy clouds at worst through at least Tuesday and into Wednesday. But as we head into Wednesday, I do think that system does start to inch east into the North State area, and you can kind of see there is some moisture in the atmosphere because we're picking up clouds, and as this continues to push east, we might pick up maybe showers in the higher elevations, but I'll be honest with you, there is just not a lot with it, so I don't think it's particularly a robust chance, so we'll keep an eye on that, but I'll tell you what, I think it's more backing off than anything else. Now, temperatures sort of moderate as we head through the beginning of the week. I don't think we're going to be too hot, not too cold, just kind of right there in between, right? We're not doing too shabby there. We get this cool batch of air, and I think more cool air starts to come in by the end of the week. That's whenever we actually start to see the temperatures possibly drop off just a little bit there. I think if any time frame it will do it, it's going to be that time frame there. All right, so wave heights, interesting little thing here. Might have to watch out for some sneaker waves. Notice the wave height's getting a little high there along the coast, and off the coast, you know, a good 10, 20 nautical miles. We're talking 10, 12 feet there, but I think they start to taper off just a little bit as we head through tonight and into tomorrow. And by the time we're heading through tomorrow, I think we're back where we should be, back in the single digits. So not doing quite as bad for those wave heights for our Sunday. And I think we hold that into Monday as well, to be quite honest with you. Anyways, let's take a look at today, right? Let's see what we were talking about. Like I said earlier, we're holding steady in the upper 50s near 60 along the coast. Through the valley, lower 60s there. Notice some 60s. You see Chico there at 61, Oroville at 62. Then for the rest of us, Siskiyou County holding the 40s, out there in Modoc County and the East Mountains as well. Lower 40s, even some upper 30s mixed in the batch there. But we're all clear. We all have those sunny conditions for the rest of the day and frankly to the rest of the weekend as well. So 7-day forecast. Let's see what we have in store here. As mentioned, not seeing much in the way with that system there. I think it's actually more backing off of precipitation than anything else. Can't rule out that in the higher elevations though, to be honest with you, some precipitation of any particular type because it's going to be kind of a cold system. So we'll watch that, but it's just not a very robust system, right? So I think if anything, it's going to be a fairly dry week, fairly mild week, very moderate. Pretty much typical for this time of year. Mount Shasta holding steady in the 50s at least until that system moves through, and then we start to fall back with those temperatures towards the end of the week. That's what I was talking about there just earlier. You see those temperatures starting to fall off as we head towards Thursday and into Friday. That's true for us in the valley as well, where the possibility of showers with that system by the end of the week that cools us off, but I'll tell you what, it's too far out to tell you much specifics on that, but we'll keep a close eye on that. I think the main story with it are those temperatures falling back down through the 50s, but I think in the next few days, at least for the first and middle half of the week, check it out. We're holding steady in the lower 60s, maybe in some mid 60s as we take full advantage of those clear, dry conditions over the next several days. And along the coast, holding steady in the upper 50s near 60 there. And if anyone does see showers from that system in the midweek, it will be the coast, of course, because whenever you're right there at the coast, you get that moisture moving in, and before it can get impacted by the friction of land, that's where you see those showers, right? So if anyone's going to see those showers, it's going to be Wednesday, but I don't think they're particularly widespread. I think if anything, they're more scattered in variety than anything else, and I don't think they're very intense or heavy there. So we'll watch that. But in the meantime, I do think we have a pretty nice week in store for us, especially for the first and middle half. And today and tomorrow as well, frankly, aren't doing too bad. But the possibility of frost is there for some of us with those freezing temperatures overnight tonight and into tomorrow. But nevertheless, holding steady, holding nice for the North State over the next 5 days.